Hello, I'm wbz-tv meteorologist Barry Burbank. Have your forecast for the next several days. Let's start off by mentioning the number of 90-degree days that Boston has had. So far this season, we're only at 6. And now we had a lot in the last week, I know that. And we have a shot of getting at least one more this upcoming week. So this upcoming week is going to feature some more hot weather, but certainly not matching the magnitude of last week's oppressive heat wave, that is for sure. So, of course, 2016 was a big year with 22. We expected that. And this year we're expecting still 12 in Boston. We may be a little bit conservative there, but in any event, of course, many other areas. Most other places get more 90-degree days because Boston is being right on the coastline. We don't get as many. But farther inland, they've already had probably 12 in some spots. But here we go with the July so far. And, of course, you know the first week how hot it was. Red squares every single day with above-average temperatures till we got to yesterday, and that was our first blue square of the month, slightly below average, and will be near or slightly below average in Boston anyway today. Cape and the Islands forecast for today through Tuesday looks really good to me. Looks like we have sunshine prevailing just about all those days. It doesn't look like much fog is likely, at least yet, because the air is still going to be on the dry side, although gradually turning a little bit more humid. The breeze will be picking up, and it'll be a busier breeze tomorrow out of the south and southwest. So we're looking at temperatures in the lower 80s there as it gets closer to 90 in Boston. If you're going up to the lakes and mountains today or going to be there tomorrow, you'll find it warming up there too, but basically sunny to partly cloudy. 84 this afternoon and about 90 tomorrow on average high temperature up there. For beach and boating today, it's going to be just fantastic at the beaches this afternoon with the tide low at 1:30. We've got the next high tide coming in to be exactly high just after 7:30 this evening. So it's a perfect afternoon to be at the beach, get plenty of beach to be on and enjoy the water, although it's cooled off a little bit from what it was a couple of days ago thanks to a stronger offshore wind which we had Friday night. The ocean is going to continue to churn and warm up again as the onshore breezes help to contribute to warmer water. So it's a nice afternoon at the beach. Put on that sunscreen if you're going. Mid-80s in Metro West westward, ranging down to the upper 70s right at the beaches this afternoon, including all of Cape Cod and the islands. And the heat is building in the central part of the nation, and that's going to start building right to the northeast again. But this time around, we don't have a lot of super-duper tropical air out in here, so eventually it's just going to gradually churn and get more humid with time. You might note this name here, it's Chris, and that's the new tropical storm which was born this morning, and it's about 150 miles to the south of Cape Hatteras, where the center is located. So we'll watch it. It doesn't look terribly organized this morning, but the conditions are becoming more favorable for additional development of this system, and the National Hurricane Center feels that after it sort of spins around in place for a while, for the next day or so, eventually it's going to start to take off and be picked up by a system digging into the northeast, a sort of a trough of low pressure which will capture this and take it out across the into the North Atlantic. At this point, it looks like it's going to miss New England. All we'll have is more surf being generated from that, and a higher risk of rip currents as we get into the second half of the upcoming week. Right now, it looks like it may make a closer pass to the outer part of Nova Scotia and may be closer to Newfoundland with time. Meantime, Beryl is way down here in the tropics, moving toward the Lesser Antilles. It's going to actually fall apart and completely disappear from the map. The support is lacking for that system to develop. It's weakened quite a bit. Will continue to weaken in the next 12 hours or so. Low temperatures tonight in the upper 50s, where last night it was closer to or just under 50 in some of these spots. Tonight it'll be warmer. In town about 66, other urban centers lower 60s for lows. And tomorrow's highs nudging 90 in Boston, in areas west and northwest where it'll get into the lower 90s here, 90 to 93. As you go into southeastern Massachusetts, it gets a little bit cooler as you head closer and get down to the south coast areas. Nantucket, of course, being the coolest. That's for tomorrow. As far as the humidity, dry air today. And dry air for the most part tomorrow, although being a little bit more humid. The humidity will become moderate by late tomorrow. And Tuesday it'll be moderate to high in the morning, and then somewhat drier air is going to start to come down after that. So we will feel that drier air here on Wednesday and Thursday, with temperatures along the coast in the 70s with the wind coming in off the ocean. So mid to upper 70s in much of extreme eastern Massachusetts on Wednesday and Thursday, getting into the low 80s as you head into central Massachusetts westward. Then after that, we may start to heat up again by next weekend. So that's your full forecast for now. Have a nice rest of the weekend.